Well, good morning everybody. As you can see, it's a very early morning, but I've come out very early and it's a lot darker than what it looked on the back of there. And I've come out to try this new torch that was sent to me. Now I've had the torch for different reasons, but I didn't realise how handy it's going to be for when I'm hiking, doing some astro and things like that. So we'll go over that shortly, but I've actually come for some macro when I was going to use this light to maybe light up some macro photography. But first of all, we've got to get to a location where we can actually see, which is a good thing. But yeah, new torch, just trying it out and getting a review. It can clip on, or we can use it as a handheld torch. We can control the brightness on it, things like that. We can do all the RGB lighting. It's got a lot of control to it, and it's a USB-C charge as well. So you know what? It's handy and it's small and compact. It's brilliant. Okay, we might have to go a little walk around to keep warm before we can see anything on the ground. Let's go. Okay, I've just got to tell you this. Yesterday I was in this woodland and I was actually doing a video for a coat that review. Great coat, by the way. And I'd put my gloves in my pocket and zipped the pocket up and lost one of the gloves. Now last year I'd done exactly the same thing, so I'll never learn. And I thought I'd just trace my footsteps, literally 20 yards, and someone's obviously found the glove and hung it on this branch here. So I've got my glove back. Yes, get it. I'm over the moon. Zip your pocket up, son, zip your pocket up. Honestly, I'm over the moon. I can't believe it. I found my glove. The other one's still here. It's a Valorette one as well. Talking of Valorette, I've got some Valorette gloves. And this morning, it's probably not quite cold enough because they are beasts of gloves, but I might put them on in a bit. Valorette, they send me gloves every year. They are fantastic, so I try all the different gloves. And this year, no exception. And they're brilliant. But if anything, they can be too warm, even though I suffer with cold hands, actually. But we'll see. They might come on in a bit. Oh, and we might be seeing them as well. Yeah, so big shout out to Valorette. The best photography gloves on the market. I'm so glad I found these are like liners, like liner gloves. Yes, get in, chuffed to bits, fantastic, brilliant. Can't believe it. It's good people around, you know, good people. Normally are, most people. Some, the odd one, most. Yeah, let's go.
Question for you, Steve. Is that your hip clicking or your knees?
Even though it's still really dark, actually sun rises in the next 10 minutes, but it's an overcast day, predicted rain. It's an awful day, but I've actually come to hopefully some of these fungi might have a little bit the old raindrops on and things like that, so it's probably a good day to come out. But I found my first potential subject, and the reason why I'm going to photograph it is because I like the shape of how it's grew, and it's actually up on this big massive root. I wish these trees were still here. Obviously these have been chopped down for these this plantation part, because there's a lot of these big trees around here, big stumps. These would have been a phenomenal tree. They are massive. There must be 4 or 5 feet girth at the bottom there, easily. Anyway, not only that, I'm spotting on the floor, now I can start to see some others. The pine needles, it's like snow in pine needles. The ground is covered in pine needles, which is great, unless you want to find mushrooms and fungi, because it's covered them. There is some patches down here that gets quite mossy, so I was going to head down that way, see what the fungi were down there, and I know there's some where I've just walked. But for now, let's try and grab this shot. We'll see if it works anyway. I think it's definitely going to need the little torch here, but yeah, it's the woodland ×4 torch, by the way. That's the little beauty there. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a side torch for clipping on here. It's got a main beam. You can control all that, and it's also got the multicoloured option as well. So it's a nice little compact, well-made torch actually. Very well made. It's almost like a tactical one. That's what it feels like. Very army-like. We'll see. Okay. Too much waffling. Shut up, son. Shut up. So, the mushroom's here, just on this corner here, so I'm going to get the tripod out and see if it works. Now, what I would say is, sometimes you get the tripod out and it just doesn't work for whatever reason. So you never know. The good thing with this is I might be able to point up and get a little bit of light underneath it. We'll see. We'll see. But with macro, you never quite know till you've set up. So what I'm going to do first is just do sort of a handheld type thing, just to see where I need to be, I think.
If I were you, Steve, I'd get right close.
I'm going to have to be right close to somewhere there. Nice bit of a backdrop.
Before you commit, just try around that side a little bit.
Yes, probably. Now I'm looking at it.
Yep, somewhere there.
I probably like it better from this side. Somewhere there. Okay. See if I can focus. Okay, so that's that set. I'm just going to set my...
No, don't press that.
Sorry. Just taking a shot. Great. Didn't mean that. Focus bracketing. I'm going to up it to 70 images. I'm going to go to F8. I'm going to lift the ISO up a little bit as well because of the shutter speed. At the minute I'm on 2 seconds, but now we're going to potentially add a little bit of light. Can you see? It's definitely snowing pine needles. I actually love it. It gives you that sense of snow. It's not. It's pine needles. Snowy pine needles. So it's just a slider button to switch it on, and we've got choices. We've got the side light choice, and then in between that we can choose what colour we want. We've got the main beam choice, and then we control the power of that from quite low to really powerful, like you've seen earlier. And then we've just got a quick switch on button there for a very light, which actually is quite nice. And I quite like that. But what we can do, if we just bring it back one, switch, is that the one?
Don't switch it on, you're blind.
There we go. There's it on full brightness, but we can turn that brightness right down. And it's that control that I was after. The other thing I would say is it's magnetic as well. So if you've got something magnetic, you can use it that way. I'm just looking a bit of underlight there. Let's turn it down as far as it will go. So that's just, it blinks when it's at its most and it's at least, so you know that it's got there. Let's just try it at that. We'll have a look at that again. It's a little bit too bright. We'll just bring it away a bit. That's it, just casting a nice bit of light on. Actually, I think the biggest problem with these things is actually getting the light in the right place. And really, the light wants to be here. Shame I've got nothing magnetic to hold it to there. And the pine needles are falling on top of it as well, so I'm just thinking I really don't want that light. I want it really diffused, so I'm going to actually put it right over here. Just casting that little bit of light on, and it's nearly a metre away, but just some soft light underneath there, just so we can see them gills. I'm going to focus on that foreground. Let me just put it into manual focus a second. Just want to check that focal point. I've just come away from the focal point, and now I'm just going to set it back into, just click that, set it back into single shot focus, and then that will start the focus just slightly in front of the subject, and then it will go through until it hits infinity or it hits 60 frames.
Okay, so it's not the best shot in the world. I'd like to have had a little bit of separation on the bottom left of the mushroom there, but yeah, I got my eye in.
I always think in any photography, getting that first image is a good start, and it's normally not the best image, and it probably won't be, and I don't think it is, but it's a good start. It gets you motivated to get the next shot and get a better shot. So it's nearly done. And it's done. Fantastic. Okay, right, I think what we'll do is find something a little bit more dynamic and really interesting to photograph. I think I'm actually looking for some micro mushrooms. Probably won't find them because of this pine snow. I was just thinking, you know, things I've reviewed over the years. I'm so lucky, and what I've got on me now that I've reviewed before: tripod reviewed, the tripod you're on reviewed. So it says something when you've still got them, and most of the stuff I've reviewed I've got, and if I haven't, I've given it away as well. So and if it's rubbish, I'll tell you it's rubbish. But yeah, what else? There's loads of stuff. The lens that I use on the end for the macro review. Thank you everybody so much. Come on. Let's go get another shot. So one thing I would say is, I'm not just looking for mushrooms, and I've got a good example of this yesterday. Yesterday it was frosty, and it was actually a little bit of a thorn bush, or the strand of one, and the leaves were still, a couple of them was full of ice, but they'd got this red surround around them on the leaf, as if the leaf was changing, and then that green, but with that frost on them. So I managed to get a shot of that yesterday, so I'll show you that now. So I've just come out into the field, and I've found this gorgeous scene, and it's capturing the frost. It's actually on a bit of a thorn branch that's on the floor there. It's actually a couple of shots that really interested me, but I've seen this one and it's got a little hint of red on it, and with the side light coming through that's behind you, wow, it looks amazing.
Now I really do like this shot. I like the contrast of colours of green and red on the leaf. I like that border of frost and the frost that covers it as well. And I also like the backdrop. I think it's a very pleasant image to look at.
The other thing I would say is macro photography is a faff. It's an absolute faff. You're going to spend ages. You're going to spend ages finding the right one. You're going to spend ages setting it up. You've got to carry the gear, light, etc, etc, etc. But the reward, because of that faff, can be so much more. So definitely give it a go. I can relate it to a little bit like astrophotography, where there's a lot of hard work going into it. You're going out in cold weather, wrapped up, taking multiple images, and then you could mess it up quite easily, like I do. So I've come to an area and I'm actually taking an image now, and I've literally just plonked the camera on the floor and press the shutter button. Near enough. It's quite nice. There's a lot of micro mushrooms around here, and the other thing is it's really mossy, and I haven't got the pine needles or so many pine needles. And what I found with them is they look great to our eye, but as soon as you get them into the micro world, they look messy, and I try to remove them, and I think that's why I've struggled. This shot doesn't need the torch, I don't think, but I'm going to grab the shot anyway, and then I may just try the light on it, but I don't think it needs it. Again, just because you got it doesn't mean to say you're going to use it. But this is the torch anyway. It's got a nice little scroll. Let me just move you up. It's got a scroll wheel just here to scroll the power of the light. A lock button there so we can't switch it on. First one, if we switch on, it comes to that, and then I think if we press and hold, it changes, so we can change the light colour, as you can see there. Fantastic. So it'd be good for your astro at night, for that red light that you need. And then if we slide it up once more, we've then got the main torch, and again we can slide it for the power of that, like so, and it's very powerful. Don't know my own lumens, I'll put the information up. And then we've just got like a little sort of quick night light type thing. It's got the USB charger there. Let me just switch that off. Got the USB port for charging underneath the switch there. It's got the belt clip for clipping on belt or whatever, and it's also got a quick button here for switching on, if we switch it on, so we can just switch it on very quickly if we want to search something, and then press it and it goes off. So that button's at the back there. I think it's aluminium that it's made of. It certainly feels like aluminium. For what it is, it's quite weighty, and I think the other good thing with this, you can access the battery. So if the battery ever did fail, you could just replace the battery. So that's a good feature, like so. And it's going to be in my bag for a long while. Okay, back on to the photography side of it. What I would say is every photographer needs a torch, whether that's an head torch. I've always got an head torch in my bag. This could easily replace the head torch. And I don't know about you, but head torches are frustrating for me. They sort of feel like they hurt my head. So this is a great solution for that as well. Brilliant. Okay, let's see if this image needs a little bit of light on it. So what I've decided is actually, you know what, just helps bring the stem of the mushroom out. This is a micro mushroom, and I'll just show you the setup, but I have used the RGB light, and I've chose like a greeny colour just to highlight the stem of the mushroom, so it may or may not work. The thing is, take it and see. Brilliant.
Okay, not keen on this one, but what I would say is it was definitely better using the light.
So eventually I found a shot that actually I think, oh, hello. I'm quite pleased about that. It's working really well. There's actually two mushrooms, one sitting next to the other. I can't separate them because they're overlapping like so. I've got the light underneath just just highlighting the underneath slightly, because they're on this little mound, so I can just get under. Got the tripod set up, got the focus stacking going. Don't know how many it's going to take. Leave it to do its thing, and if it works, I'll show you that now.
Now for me, this is a lot more interesting shot because it's got two subjects in there. It's a shame I couldn't separate them, but I couldn't. But I even like the angle of the log that it's sitting on and the pleasing background as well.
I found my final mushroom of the morning. It's sitting on a broken branch, which makes life a little bit easier. I've not moved the branch, but I can get under it. Now we're in this tunnel of trees here, and I like that, the actual background, because you can just faintly see the streaks of the trees and then this blob of light at the top there. So it's the background that's helping the foreground. Background so important. Using the light again, just uplighting from underneath. A very gentle light, nice and soft. Looks fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed this bit of a photography down low again. And thanks so much for watching. It's starting to get a bit of rain now, which might actually help. But you know what? I think I'm done for today. Like I say, thank you so much for putting up with me. If you're new here, please think about subscribing and at least give us a thumbs up. Okay, thanks for watching. What I might do as well is at some point I will probably do a tutorial on an edit of a macro photography as well. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.